Hi everybody, this is a book review for you. I actually had recorded this book review previously, but the file got deleted. So I'm going to try to remember what I said about The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I believe that's how you say his name. He's definitely Swedish or something. Let's see. This is the first book in 3. I will say first and foremost that I had the most difficult time getting into this book. It's the book, this book is on the bestseller list. Everyone knows about this book right now. There's movies being made. There's controversy about making another movie, an English version versus a Swedish version. And the deal is that I got into the book about this far, and I was ready to throw it down because I'm like, still not liking it, still not getting it. The beginning of this book is very technical, sort of. It talks a lot about business, and I'm like, whatever. And then there are a lot of little, there are a lot of names and things that are Swedish. I believe it's Sweden. Stockholm, Sweden. Things of that area. And for me, my brain is on American time, and I don't, those words don't stick very well for me. Or the locations they're talking about, I don't really know them. So, it took me literally further than that. I was probably like this far into the book. Yeah. Just about, right around here. What's that? Like 200 pages in before I started getting into the book. And then from that point, I found it enjoyable. But before that, it was like torture, literally, to read it. For me, not for everyone. Let me read you the back, because a lot of people are like, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, what's that about? Has nothing to do with the dragon tattoo, not really at least. There is a character in the book who has a tattoo. Yada yada.
I want cereal.
So, Harriet Vanger, scion of one of Sweden's wealthiest families, disappeared over 40 years ago. All these years later, her aged uncle continues to seek the truth. He hires Mikael Blomkvist, Blomkvist, B-L-O-M-K-V-I-S-T, Blomkvist. See? A crusading journalist recently trapped by a liable conviction to investigate. He is aided by the pierced and tattooed punk prodigy Lisbeth Salander. Together they tap into a vein of unfathomable iniquity and astonishing corruption. So, this book actually has like a couple stories in it. It has the story of...
Success!
Shut up with your cereal. Now I want some too. This has... The first story in it is basically Mikael Blomkvist. He is a journalist who gets in trouble for some libel stuff. So it has to do with that story and how he got in trouble and how he fixes it at the end. There's the story of Lisbeth Salander and her. Then there's the story of Harriet, who disappears. And then there's the story of, like, the Vanger family, / the story of murdering stuff. There's, like, a whole bunch of, like, stories in one book here. It's, even though it's, like, one story, it's not, like, story, end. No, they're all, like, tied together. There's a whole bunch of things going on in here. But basically, this old man contacts Mikael, and he asks him to find out whatever happened to his niece. And as they go along, they find out more stuff about murder. Excuse me. And their connections to other women going missing. And I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about this book without giving too much away. I had such a good review done, and now I don't have a good one, and I apologize for that. But, let's see. What can I tell you? Oh, you're like, I think this person did it at the beginning. And then it goes through the story, and you're like, maybe not. And then at the end, you're like, yeah, I was right, that person did it. Except, you did question yourself throughout the book. I'm trying trying to think. What else did I think about this book? I had a very hard time, like I said, reading it. Excuse me. Wow. So I think that kind of tainted how I felt about it. So I had a little bit of a negative feeling towards it because I had to get so far into the book before I enjoyed it. Oh, the other thing I want to say about the book, very gruesome. A lot of like rated R stuff happening in this book, so don't think that this is like a children's book, or you know how like a lot of people are like, ooh, it's the next Harry Potter, it's the next Twilight, ooh, it's that popular book thing. No, this book is not of that same genre at all. It's definitely for big kids. And let's see, I think, Cat, what are you doing down there, Cat? I think that's all I wanted to say about it pretty much. Hello, kitty. If you have any questions about the book or anything, comments, what you thought of the book, put them down in the comments below, because I totally stunk during this book review. And I've had way better ones in the past, and I'm sorry. I'm already reading the second book, which is why I'm so confused.